Coach starts out with an opening statement.
Okay. I thought we played hard. I think one of the things that we've been talking about is our effort, our communication, being on the same page, sticking to the game plan and the keys of the game, and I thought we did a good job of that today.
We'll open it up for questions.
Lexi had a season high 12 rebounds today. The effort that you were just talking about, did you feel like you were trying to set the tone with that effort?
Yeah, I think following the Sam Houston loss, we were pretty hungry for a win, and I think our team has really worked hard. And Ava and I push each other every day in rebounding, and so it's pretty fun to get out there and be able to actually get a rebound because Ava's not guarding me this time.
Who wins the rebounding battles?
Me,
in practice?
anyway.
Oh.
No, me.
Next question.
It's very competitive. Very competitive.
That was a quick me there. I appreciate you being on your toes for that. But Lexi, something that's happened in the last couple of games is kind of this all 5 substitutions at once on the floor, and you're part of that second unit. It's maybe the most experienced player in that group. What do you feel like your job is when you go out there on the floor?
I think just leadership. I think bringing everyone together when things don't go our way is really important because we do have a lot of freshmen who are going out there and they're great players. So it's pretty fun to be able to just be like, you got this, and they go out and execute and do really well for freshmen or sophomores. So.
Coach, I want to ask you about that as well. It seems like you found something with that 5-player substitution at once. Just what's the thinking behind it?
Yeah, honestly, the first time I did it, I was just really angry at the first 5, and so it just kind of worked out that way. But we do a lot of them going against each other at practice, and it's a lot of times those 2 groups, and there's really not a drop off, and I think that's the thing I love. I do think Lexi is kind of the leader of that group. I would say she has the biggest voice with them, and so I think she does a really good job of leading that group. But they're competitive, and they're very selfless in how they play. The 2 groups are very different, but they're just as effective, and I think they've been doing a really good job. So it is fun to kind of see.
Ava, it looked like you had a rhythm from the moment this game tipped off. What did you feel like was working for you out there?
I was getting to my spots a lot easier. The zone helps with that. I like that mid-range game, so.
You've had your struggle shooting the 3 this year. How good did it feel to see those long-range shots?
Yeah, it felt good, finally. Shout out Kirsty, she's been helping me rebound. So.
Big picture offensively, this is the most points you guys have had in a game so far this season. How good does that feel going into an 8-day break between now and your next game?
Yeah, it feels good. I think, we wanted to win before going into break. We hope to get 2, but we'll take 1 for now.
Coach, you played a lot of young players tonight. A couple, and Bella and Maria had their first points of the season, or for Bella, the first points of her career. What have you seen from those young players over the course of the non-conference season?
Yeah, I'm super excited about them. I think it's a great group. They get along really well. They all complement each other. I think one of the things we need to work on is just being more vocal. It's a quieter group, but they're going to be really, really good. And I think the more experience they get, the better it is for them, to get that time on the court. And so, it's fun to coach them. They're all coachable, great people. It's a really good group.
How did you feel like your team played defensively today against a unit that shoots a lot of threes?
Yeah.
Makes a lot of threes?
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. I felt like we had a little lapse there. I think it was the second quarter maybe, where we gave up 3 or 4, and then we came together, we talked about it, and I thought they did a good job of making a change because we did know that they were going to shoot. I think they averaged 36 a game, and so we knew that the threes were coming, and at halftime they had 6 threes and 3 twos, and so they're going to shoot the 3, and so I think we had to do a better job of getting closer, getting a hand up, and chasing people off the line.
It looked like you guys were really patient. I want to ask this to Ava and then to Lexi. It looked like you guys were really patient against the zone, kind of across the board. Was that part of the mindset going in? Was don't take the first good shot, take the 3rd or 4th or 5th good shot that presented itself?
Yeah, I think after the first, and going to the second half, we talked about that in the locker room of just get the ball around. Me and Lexi at the high post, we weren't seeing everybody on the wing and getting the guards involved and getting them aggressive. So.
Yeah, and I think when you move the zone back and forth, it opens up shots a little easier for everyone, and playing a little inside out too gave Charlie and Ava and everyone open threes. So.
Coach, how good did it feel to see some 3-point shots falling after making just 3 of them on that
Yeah,
day?
I mean it's kind of been a struggle for us this year, and I feel like we have very capable shooters, and we've seen them shoot, and we see them every day in practice, and they go in, and so I think we've really been focusing on going game speed, and just what do we need to do, what can we do to help us be in a better situation when we get into games, and I think sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the basket too, and just start to build that confidence of like, hey, I got this, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm a shooter.
Yeah.